Hi Sagittarius, Skytten in Swedish. Welcome to my channel A New Era. My name is Emma and I am just up and running with this. It drives me crazy with every little thing that I've tried to organize and try to get the technical stuff fixed, and oh man, it's been a trip to get to this place, and I'll just continue because I'm gonna get this channel going. And I'm sorry if there's any weird light, weird sound, weird anything. I'll just continue now anyway. And I don't mean to disrespect the video or the message or anything, or you, the sign Sagittarius. I just think that it's important for the message to start getting out there. So again, welcome. I will go a bit back and forth in Swedish, where I think maybe I'm using a tiny bit hard English word. Not that I'm an expert or anything. But I have a Swedish group there. I know some people think it might be hard to understand. I talk a bit fast. I'll try to think about slow things down, but the quicker the energy is, usually the faster I talk. So I'm going to try to think about it. I want to focus mainly on relationships, and I'm going to do this weekly to start with, and then eventually I'll do monthly and just feel into the overall energy and what's going on in the world, and maybe what to think about, just as an uplifting, inspiring video to just make your life a bit easier. So I'll just I'll just jump right in and see what comes up for you guys. Please check out the information box for more stuff to read about this channel, or even the about in the YouTube area. Okay. Sagittarius relationships, and I did a video for Leo and it was nothing about relationships. I'm just gonna trust that whatever needs to come through will come through, whatever you need to hear the most right now. Okay, so you either might want to check out the Virgo Jungfrun, the Virgo video, or you're dealing with the Virgo right now. Yeah, so I just want to start out with saying that don't if you don't, it doesn't matter. I had this card before. It's funny how they keep showing up, but there's such different messages in each. Yeah, I can say that now too, that I don't use the tarot cards, and whatever I see in the cards is just an inspiration to get my own intuition going. So I don't get too hooked up on what the very card says, like the title or whatever. It's just what jumps out to me that sort of fits what's getting through anyway. So with that said, the person that you're dealing with right now is somebody. For some reason I want to look at both cards at the same time, and so I feel the Sagittarius that I'm connecting with is I'm going to try to do my best to convey this. On one hand, it feels like there's no relationship in sight. There's what are you talking about, relationships? On the other hand, it's like I'm wide awake. I'm so open to it. It's so welcome. So either if you're a single Sagittarius, it can mean that you're over, it feels like you're over relationships. Not that you're ever going to be in a relationship ever again, but it feels like you don't want to have anything to do with it. You don't want to look at it. You want to just be like for yourself for a bit. So maybe that tells me that you're recently out of another relationship. Yeah, and also if you feel like you're wide awake for it, it's like, man, it's going to be sparks and rainbows and butterflies and just all the, it's going to be an explosion to the next relationship. It's like, it better be an awesome one, because I'm not going to go through, there's not going to be, it's going to be awesome or nothing. So it feels like the single Sagittarius, Singelskytten, out there is either almost asleep to it, almost wants to close their eyes to it, don't want to have anything to do with it, or you're wide awake and you can't wait, but it better be awesome if you're gonna spend any extra time on it, because otherwise you just want to be on your own. If you're in a relationship, it feels like sometimes the relationship it's on hold almost. It's like it's like you paused it, like you put it on ice, like we'll just put it up on the shelf and take it out later and see if it works, and then you just go your separate ways. You're under the same roof, but it's more like you're friends, or not even friends, because if you were to see your friends, you would have much more fun than this. So it feels a bit like you're it's a bit stagnant on one hand, and then on the other hand it feels like, okay, and then a week went by and it's like, man, I almost feel in love again. I feel that we're new to each other again. It feels almost like butterflies in my stomach. So it feels like it's very opposite. It's funny, it's two very different energies coming through here, and I don't pick up like it's different Sagittariuses. Sagittarii. I feel that this is going on either with you single guys or in the relationship. It's two different energies. That means that you Sagittarius are probably in two different states. Like at one moment you feel up and running, you feel like you can change the world, and in the next minute you feel like you don't want to get out of bed. So something is up with you Sagittarius right now, that you feel very on and off like this. So something in the energy. Let's see, I'll show you. One says dreams, like wide awake, wide asleep, sound asleep. And then the other one feels wide awake. It just shines, like just very open and bright. Don't confuse the woman. It can be for a man as well. So more clarification for the Sagittarius, please. Hi. This is fun. You don't understand how happy I am to be doing this right now, because it's taken forever. Yet another card that I had before. Okay. So this to me just feels like it's a confirmation when you're in that happy state, the wide awake, or if you're a single person, if you feel like, when you think about the awesomeness of a new relationship, when you're in that mode, like put the other mode on the side for a minute. We're in the mode of, like, when you feel like, for the single people first, when you feel like, there could be a relationship in the wings. There could be somebody out there for me that is just spectacular. And I want to use the rubber band analogy, gummibandseffekten. Like the further down on the bottom that you've been, or the further the lower you felt, the darker you went, the deeper you went. It feels like, if you think about a rubber band that you hold like around your fingers like this, and the further back that you pull it, that when finally you let go of that rubber band, it's gonna just fly. And the further back you've gone, the further ahead it will go. So that just means that I'm saying the worst the relationship you've had, the better the next one will be. And it's somewhat true, because when you know exactly what you don't want, you're so clear on what you do want. And even though you haven't articulated it yet, like even if you haven't put, okay, so this and this and this and this is what I want, that's all taken care of on an energy level. So if you felt like there wasn't clear communication, you want more communication. If you felt like you weren't seen or heard, you want somebody that really truly sees you. If you feel like you couldn't really like be yourself, or just fully be who you are, like the person just brought the best out of you, then that's what you wished for. And like I said, you don't sit down and, now I wish that this person would just see me, or I wish, energetically that just happens. And the universe is on it, and it's already like in the works. And so for you, the faster you can just wrap your head, like the faster you can agree to what do you say in English? Just gå med på in Swedish. The sooner you can just be fine with that, okay, then there might be an awesome relationship waiting for me. Instead of sort of, I'm not saying that you're getting bitter, I'm just saying I can understand, trust me, I can understand that if you come from a place where you feel like you were questioned, you sort of shut down a bit, this didn't take out the best in you, you were sort of almost questioning yourself, I can understand that you sort of wait a bit to see if you really, like, is it gonna cost you to get into another relationship? No, you were in your previous relationships, the relation som du hade förut, to just clarify, basically. If you were living in your mom, depending on your age right now, but if you were living in the older generation, this doesn't apply, because then it was just, you were supposed to meet, you were supposed to, whether you were happy or sad or miserable or whatever, you were supposed to stay together. It was just the way it was. Now, with the new era, the name of my channel, it's sort of a, and if you're drawn to this channel, I should say, the potential of not having the perfect relationship, but the potential of finding the truest you, like the most authentic, truthful, just the most expansive person that you can be. Where do you find that? Through what can you find that? And if that's through relationships, if that's you putting yourself in a position where you need to start to think in different ways than what the other person can bring to me, or what the outer, like if the money is good in the bank, I'm fine. If it dwindles a bit, if it doesn't show the numbers I really want, then I'm getting concerned. If you're still living under those circumstances, you have put yourself in situations to understand that it's never the outside that's going to bring clarification, bring safety, bring love, bring whatever. It just looks like it, but it's really you. It's you who truly can only come to the core of yourself. And if you're at the core, and if you feel safe, and if you feel secure, then that's what's going to come from the outside. And so if you have questioned whether you're safe or not, you're going to attract a relationship where you probably don't feel safe, so that you will ask for even more safety. And safety implies that something can let you not be safe. So I'd rather use the word secure. If you felt like you needed to get more secure, probably or somewhat attracted that from a person that you felt like you were questioning your security, whether that was around money or around just for your own security. You've been asking for a lot of things, and it feels like the previous relationships, I want to say, and definitely the last relationship, not the last, the latest, is what really tipped the scale. Like fick pendeln och vad heter det? Vippa över. It really made you feel what's important to you, and it really made you and if you're in the relationship right now and it feels like, oh, when there's fireworks and there's like, oh my god, there's this person again, you probably brought something out of yourself. You probably found something within yourself in this moment that made you look at your person in a new light again, in a way that you maybe just for a few weeks or a few months hadn't seen your person in. So just for you people in the committed relationship, it doesn't feel like you need to end it. It feels like there's so much juice, like it feels like there's so much stuff that you can get out from this. There's so much more potential to this relationship. Anyway, the Sagittarius that I'm connecting with, there's so much more potential. And if you just continue to do a bit of a soul search ride on yourself, you'll see that the person that you're with will continue to show you more sides that you probably haven't seen before. And you can really get into an awesome relationship. The single Sagittarius says, I know it's such a silly thing to say, just trust, but it feels like the trust needs to be there. And it's not like, I'll see if I can trust the next person. They'll show me, like they're gonna show me if I can trust them. No, you find the trust within you first, and then you attract the person that gives you that security and that trust. And trust, I want to say that anyway, because just trust that it's there. The more work that you've done before, the more work you put into it, the more wishes you had. And basically a wish can look like, I don't want this. That's a wish. I don't want this. I don't want to be treated this way. I don't want to act this way myself in the relationship. I want us to be the best that we can be together. I want them to not question me. I don't want to question them. I want to be free, but I also want to be like a team. Like all of that has come up within you is already in the works. There's already, this person is already waiting because you wished for it, just because of the simple fact that you wished for it. And it feels like, okay, I can already feel that some people are gonna like, what? It feels like there's this, like, I want to call it a soul contract, that there's been a person that you sort of, let's say you sat on the clouds and you dangled with your feet and you were looking down saying, should we do this again? Heck yes, we should. It'll be fun. It's also going to be hard, yeah, but we'll find each other. We'll find each other again. And you might already have found each other, and you might have tossed it out the window for a bit, and then you might have found your way back together again. Just know that there's a person waiting for you. There's a person waiting for you, and you've been with this person 100 times before. It feels like home. It doesn't make you crazy when you see them. Then it's not the person. It makes you calm. It makes you trustworthy. All of a sudden you're the most trusted person in the world, and it makes you trust them. It's just a calmness around it. Yeah, so that's what I have for you guys this week, and I hope if you like it that you'll subscribe to my channel, and I'll just continue to do this and be more and more relaxed and at ease with it, and the technical stuff will work with me more and more, I hope. And come back, and I'll hope to see you next week. Bye.